This is Matthew with Another World Terraria. In this video, I'm going to share a 3-month update on the plants from the overgrown Terrarium Teardown. Immediately after doing the Terrarium Teardown, I sorted through the sphagnum substrate to separate out any interesting moss, liverworts, and other plants that I wanted to save. Then I decided to mix the old decaying sphagnum into the new substrate that I'd be using to grow the plants out, because I figured there'd be a lot of bryophyte spores, small pieces of plant, stems, rhizomes, and leaves, and maybe even some seeds that would grow back. I put all the rescued plants and the substrate mix into some bioactive grow bins. To learn more about that, you can check out my bioactive grow bin tutorial. Now let's check out the plant bins in a bit more detail. Here's the bin that primarily has the Peperomia that was coming out of the top of the terrarium. It's looking really nice. It's a couple different varieties, it looks like. Look at that nice veining on there. That pattern is beautiful. Now these ferns right here were not actually from the terrarium, I just had to find a place for them, so I threw them in here. This is Asplenium oligophlebum, and it's cool because it grows new plantlets on the tips of the fronds. Growing right off the tip. Cool stuff. Here's the Philodendron bin. These are definitely a lot slower growing in general than, for example, the Peperomia that we just saw. But once these get established, then they start to pick up speed. These are looking super nice. Nice texture on the leaves too. And there's this one philodendron right here that's really nice too. It's the biggest, it's the largest species from that terrarium. This bin is looking pretty epic. You can see all of this liverwort has just come in across the entire surface of the substrate. This is because, as mentioned, I took all of the substrate from the terrarium that was sort of decaying. It was all sphagnum, and I just took all of that and mixed it in and put it all along the surface here. And so it had all of the spores and all of that from the liverwort in there, and so you can see it's really going bonkers in there. You can see the nice Elaphoglossum peltatum there. Here is a really nice looking liverwort, leafy liverwort right here that looks kind of like moss. That may be a Plagiochyla species. Coming over here, we've got the Santiago mini Philodendron here with some nice ribbing on the leaves. And there's more of that over here, doing well. There's a little bit of Elaphoglossum, a different form. This moss right here that's sticking up is potentially in the Peperomia genus. There's some more nice leafy liverwort right there, right next to the leaf. Yeah, right here, look at that. That's really cool. Really beautiful. And check out this. Look at this mini liverwort. Super small. Look at that. That is amazing. That is a leafy liverwort, and that thing is so tiny. Some more Peperomia right back there in the corner sticking up. Yeah, this is looking really good. Here's some mystery Peperomia or something right there. That's cool. This is just a bonus little sneak peek of something. This was not from the terrarium. I just wanted to show you this. This is a miniature micro orchid, which once was known as Pleurothallis dressleri, but it is now known as Specklinia dressleri. They moved it to a different genus. You can see it's blooming. It's got 3 or so blooms, and it has bloomed a number of times in recent past. You can see all the dead blooms on there, and it's one of my favorite micro plants. It's just got amazing foliage with textures, colors, patterns. It just looks really cool. Amazing flowers. So that is a micro mini orchid. Okay, and this is another bin with some more goodies in it from the terrarium. As you can see, there's quite a lot of plants came out of that terrarium. Lots of good stuff in there. Some nice Elaphoglossum, more Santiago mini Philodendron. Lots of it in here. Elaphoglossum there. Nice moss. Some nice mosses and liverworts, leafy liverworts down there. Here's a piece of that really nice filmy fern that I found in the terrarium. It's right down here. So the really weird thing that I just noticed is that it's actually growing a rhizome and leaves and everything off the tip of this frond. It's doing some viviparous frond growth there.